This week in Tower of God, Yoga's true motives revealed, what is the director actually scheming, and Rack is tiny. Let's talk about this.
塔を登れば全てが手に入る。
ようこそ神の塔へ。
What is going on, guys? My name is DJ Milez, and I'm here to review another episode of Tower of God. This is episode 10, titled Beyond the Sadness. And before we begin with this episode review, if you can go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel for more anime content down the road. Now, let's begin because there is a lot of important, vital information in this episode that I actually had to rewatch it twice. So, let's go ahead and talk about one of the first things that came to my mind. It was actually the conversation Serena had with Ship. Now, we know R.I.P. Ho, he's long and gone now, and I really like the soft, tender moment in this episode. I'd probably say it was the most genuine one where everyone, hey, they poured one out for Ho, and they also drank a lot of alcohol in his name too, right? And we see the camaraderie come about, and I really like this moment. However, with that being said, I think it left some of them more emotional than others because this is now the moment where Serena has a conversation, or she was actually about to dip out, and it's not until Ship confronted her where she's like, listen, Ho had reasons to live and why he wanted to climb this tower, and really it made me think about, I can die trying and it might be too much for me to handle, and seeing his death made me realize I have reasons to live. Is Serena really gone? Who knows? But can you really blame the girl? Absolutely not. I like to think because we've seen a lot of screen time with her alongside with Ho that, you know, they are more vital to this story. But maybe Serena's story here really does end. I'm curious to know what you guys think about whether or not Serena is going to come back to the story, and maybe her role has long come and gone to give now Ship a resolve and an extra push on why he needs to climb the tower, right? So I'm curious to know what you guys have to say about that. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about the beginning of this episode where Rock was telling everyone, hey, the secret turtle, the quiet turtle, he's long and gone. Where the hell is he at? And everyone's like, oh yeah, I don't know where the hell he's at. How can you just say he just disappeared out of nowhere? And now with Rachel being paralyzed, the secret turtle just so happened to miraculously disappear. What the hell does that mean? Okay, let's go ahead and put two and two together, and I'm just going to just outright say it, that Rachel's abilities somehow is involved with this secret turtle's disappearance. Clearly, there's some connection between Rachel. Is this part of Rachel's powers? Probably, but I wish we had more pieces to this breadcrumb trail that they've given us, but it's just something I really wanted to highlight and note. And also, now that Rachel is paralyzed, Bam is like, Kun, Rack, I know you guys were thinking I was done climbing this tower because I found my goal, right? And I was curious to see how this episode was going to tackle that too. If Bomb was going to say, well, fuck it, guys, I found the girl who I was going to look for, so let me go ahead and live happily ever after with her. No, it seems like he's going to take it another step further and just say, you know what? Sip knowledge. Let's crank that bitch up because now I am going to become Rachel's legs, and my wish is that when I climb the tower, I'm going to wish for Rachel's legs to be 100% okay. So now we can truly live happily ever after, right? Listen, I kid. The simp joke is just very easy to make here, but come on. Now your girl is paralyzed from the waist down, and because she doesn't climb and she still has a desire to climb, I guess now Bam's goal is Rachel's goal to see the stars, although I know he said he didn't care about it. But metaphorically speaking, now that Rachel's dream was taken away from her because she's paralyzed, now Bam wants to make up for it. Now, I do love this little tender moment as well where Rachel is crying and she's like, Bomb, you know, I definitely left you in a shitty position because I was very selfish to climb this tower. How could I have done this? And I don't know how you can even take me back. And of course, because Bomb, well, he's a simp, he's like, oh, no, fuck that. Actually, I made you cry. Oh my God, what do I need to do? Let me bow down to you for 2 seconds. Well, listen, I guess Bomb really truly cared for Rachel. So Bomb has more resolve more than ever, and we're going to see how that plays out into the administrator's test. But we'll talk about that in just a second. I also wanted to highlight because, wow, who would have thought halfway in this episode, I'm now acknowledging how tiny Rock is. He has become now one of my favorite moments in the show, and I look forward to his goofiness. You know, in the beginning, and when you actually watch my earlier episodes of Tower of God, I'm just like, okay, we got the big brute force guy. He would be a character of a few short words, and, you know, he's just gonna prove everything on the battlefield. But now, no, he's become the comedic relief in this show, and I think they're just having a lot of fun with this character. So I just really love, even when there's serious moments in this episode, and Rock is like, oh, what's an irregular? I don't know what an irregular is like. I just do like the funny moments we're getting with Rock, and he really is becoming one of the best parts in this show. Anyway, let's now actually dive into the meat and potatoes of this episode because, ooh, who really is Yuga? Let's see who Yuga really is. We see the confrontation between the director having a few words with Yuga. He's like, Yuga, I know who your true motives are, or should I really say Royal Enforcement Division Unit 67 Lo Po Bai Ren. And what is Bai Ren's secret motive? It is to acquire the Black March and the Green April, and it's to take out Anak because, as we learned in previous episodes, that the princesses of Jihad, they're not allowed to have kids, and Anak Jr. is out and about, and we can't have someone with somewhat OP powers just run about and do whatever they want. Which, I mean, I guess the sentiment is also shared likewise to Anak. So we'll see how that plays out. But I gotta congratulate the music because the music was on point when we were gonna see Yuga versus the director, where they cranked up that music for DJ Miles, and I'm like, ooh, let's see a fucking battle. Because Yoga's like, oh, I always wanted to face off against the deep sea fish of Evankel's floor. And man, I really wish we would have seen that battle because we see Yoga's big eel come out, and then the director's like, oh, that's cute. Takes his shit out with an even bigger fish, and then Yoga's like, ooh, okay, you know, I wanted to test you here, but you know what? Let's go ahead and get this party started. And it looks like he was gonna get out of his little sheep clothing, and the director's like, oh, hold up. You and I got the same motives here because you are Jihad's ranker. And if anything, I'm all about making sure the tower justices and rules are regulated and upheld to the highest degree. So you know what? Let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit more over some instant coffee and go from there. And immediately I'm like, fuck! We didn't see the battle. I wish we would have seen the battle. I'm curious to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Who would have won? One of Jihad's rankers or the director? Because now let's actually go into the last part of this episode and see that Kun wanted to take the administrator's test, and of course the administrator turns him down because only an irregular can take the test. This is the moment where Bomb drops the mic bomb and tells everyone, hey guys, I'm an irregular, and of course because I'm a major simp for Rachel, of course I'm gonna take this test. And this is where everyone's like, what the fuck? So, which was a little surprising because I totally forgot that, yeah, everyone doesn't know that Bomb is an irregular. So I do like the reveal, and I do like how everyone interacts with this vital information that they all have, and they're like, well shit, where do we go from here? And Test Administrator Overhaul did tell them, if Bomb accomplishes the test that the administrator has set out for him and you guys want to join him, you guys are now going to be deemed as irregular accomplices. So just some fair warning. And what do you guys have to say? Of course, Kun had to play the part, and Brock called him out comedically, of course, and he's like, okay, enough of this charade. We're all gonna help out Bomb because we care about him. And Nox doesn't care about him, but if she can get closer to climbing the tower, then she's gonna do that. And of course, I hate that fucking Green Martian where he's like, oh yeah, no, fuck Bomb, but wait a minute, actually, yeah. I'm glad we're seeing more character development out of him, or more character screen time with him, because I thought he was really irrelevant and he wasn't gonna make it past, you know, these 13 episodes run, and maybe he still might, so that's yet to be determined. But now we're seeing some other character introductions. The C Squad, right? The guy with the red wings, random dude with the shaggy hair, and now the alien. It looked like they're gonna get some more screen time. So we're gonna see where that goes. And of course, the episode ends where Bomb wakes up and he sees this big monster. Oh, we meet again, and that's where the episode ends. So much stuff. I know I'm missing a thing or two here, but I'm really curious to know, what did you guys think about Poe's funeral? What did you guys think about Serena leaving? Is she really gone? What is the director scheming up with Yuga? How do you feel about the reveal of Yuga? And so much more. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more anime content. My name is DJ Milez, and as I always say, to be continued, take care.